Now let's go back to our ancient fresco. From the events of the first era in the distant past, we can examine a whole bunch of details. Let's figure it out. Below, we can see the very ancient ship of Noah, which still rests at the bottom of the sea. In the kingdom of Ryugu, at a depth of 10,000 meters, it waits for its time to serve the prophecy. Let the fishermen themselves have already lost the ancient scriptures and do not exactly understand why Noah will be needed in the future. But they know one thing, it's very important. An object that must be protected at all costs. Nearby, we can also notice hints that it was originally used in the same way as in our tales. That is, a pair of each creature and forward on board to avoid the great flood, of which, as we know, there are many in the world. One piece was at least 2 further on the ships from the first era from above. Against the background of flames erupting from the ancient gods, we see an exact copy of the Ark of Maximus, or rather, on the contrary, most likely, Cunning Endine. Having obtained somewhere the drawings of an ancient weapon which could be uranium based on the flame of the mother, or something else unknown to us, as we clearly observe an electric discharge coming from the ship. Enel most likely used these blueprints to make the workers and governors who toiled away on Skypia build his Maxim Ark according to the ancient templates. After all, Enel is also a very tough key character who, while on the moon, surely learned even more about the Forgotten Century than we currently know. Everyone at Guevara, just a glance. Take a look at this. Since those greatest adventures and covers, when they still carried the most brutal meanings, Enelka has observed not just similar frescoes. If you dig a little deeper, there are still mysteries on them that remain unclear to us even today. From this, we can conclude that Enel has a whole bunch of puzzles that we are missing to grasp the bigger picture. When that kid shows up in the story again, we'll all celebrate together. Once again for that elite who skipped Skypia, the devil fruit Goro Goro no Mi. So the Logia of Lightning, it's not just any Logia. This is the most outrageous dream of the Emu's female counterpart. After all, right now, during the destruction of Lulusia, she used up the one single charge that Vegapunk allocated to her. No matter how powerful Emu's female counterpart is, she can't generate extra energy for herself. The piece of the mother flame that was allocated to her has already run out, and for some reason, most of it is now inaccessible to her. Enel, thanks to the power of his devil fruit, creates Rego and can do it infinitely. Many times, and its size depends on how much he can create. Only from his imagination, so literally his power is the dream of Emu's female counterpart. She would like to do it just like Enel, of her own accord. At the moment, she can destroy any islands, but now she needs time. Recharging technologies that she doesn't have. It's no coincidence that the Goro Goro fruit moved to Skypia and was reborn there, where Enel took it, devoured it, and actually took it to the moon, removing it from the story for many years.